That's going to be the intro to the Binous YouTube video right there.
It's been a while since I've done a gym review. I'm looking forward to a gym I'm going to now. It's recognized as the influencer gym here in Dubai. I'm talking about...
Welcome to the Binous Gym.
They moved from a previous location some years ago, and in this new location they've done exceptionally well because it's got some wild pieces of equipment. A lot of the influencers go there, so it's really driven by that culture. I'm fortunate enough to be going to train with Tom. He's someone who's been an incredible guide and a coach. I think we all carry certain similarities, so he was able to really identify where my weaknesses were, what areas I need to focus on, and it wasn't too challenging from the beginning for him to move the needle.
So I've just pulled up at Binous Gym in Dubai, and I'm meeting my good friend Stuart, and we're going to have a training session today. No doubt for training with Stuart, it's going to be definitely some quite chest and arm. We're going to be doing a slightly different format in terms of the video, so we're going to do a lot of questions, a lot of talking in between the sets and stuff like that, so we'll get some good insight on fitness industry stuff, high performance, longevity. Make sure you stick around for the entire video because there's going to be some really good nuggets coming through.
Do you want this?
I've lived here since 2017. I've never actually been to this gym, so actually a little bit looking forward to it actually. So yeah, there's plenty of toys in there, so let's see what you're made of.
It's quite hard to capture the full size of the space, but this is from the inside of the back and shoulders area. A lot of different equipment brands, see lots of variations, lots of serious operators here. Done the warm-up, Tom's now in his first set.
No, this is still a warm-up.
Is this not your full out?
Nah,
Come on, bro. There's 2 big plates here.
yeah, we need more.
So you have a very clear methodology, and I think it'd be great if you could hone down on that.
Well, the fitness industry likes to overcomplicate things, and we have all these nice shiny programs, supplements, nutrition plans, all this type of stuff, but we strip it back to those 3 fundamentals, which is your training, nutrition, and a little bit of activity. Then you can start, if you cannot do that bit to start to move the needle, forget the rest of it, because they're like the foundation, the base of the pyramid in terms of transforming your body. So it's making the nutrition very easy to implement, and wherever you are as well. It's also getting the training honed into the quality of it. So if you can't train well and change your body within 3 to 4 hours a week, execution is not very good, and also the intensity is normally very poor, right? You obviously got quite a big wake-up call when you were training with me because we trained really, really hard. But for you, it's probably the first time in a long time that you'd actually done it like that, and you saw quite quickly that within 60 minutes, you can get an actually very, very effective session in. And then the activity is about moving that around, the stuff that you've got in your schedule, and making it a key fundamental, non-negotiable part of your day. Then you've got enough to start to move it forwards. Then you can start to expand from there.
Tom is running his own business right now and doing exceptionally well. We've worked on some projects together when we've spoken about equipment and designs, but he's no longer coaching me as a personal trainer. He's more coaching me from a business point of view about working with teams and developing unique products because he's had experience in that space. It's also good to look at things through his lens.
It's actually a lot better vibe than I thought it was going to be. I was expecting it to be a listen, ran, grunting in the corners on their own, but it's actually, I've been to this style of gym before, and this was a better one, didn't you? Shoes are full pins, plenty of people training really hard. It feels like everybody's settled in here. Nobody's here having a 45-minute session. Yeah, everybody's here like having a few hours. We're having this protein shake upstairs, doing some cardio. They're probably going to do very healthy, long-time training session.
Training with Tom, he makes it look easy, but let's see how I get on here.
Good. Okay, you've been putting some practice in. That's not bad.
How was my eccentric and decentric and eccentric?
It was all eccentric.
Training with guys my age, what are the top 3 things that you focus on when you train with them?
You have to make whatever it is that you want to do frictionless. That is the biggest key. So if you've got like a nice 6 times a week training program, you've got your keto diet, you've got your 85 supplements a week, implementation of that is like super, super difficult, which basically paralyzes people from being able to do it for long enough to actually get anywhere.
This is a leg section. Basically a warehouse for legs. There's some cardio upstairs, as you can see the cardio, but this whole section is legs, if you can believe it. And I think a lot of people forget in the fitness industry is trying to relate it to what we live with day to day. And you're very good at articulating it, but putting it into a world that I understand. So taking something specific like even the return on investment. Like, okay, so you want to go do cardio stretch, you want to do a spin class. Like, first of all, what's the return on investment on that? And you would break down things. And I think a lot of coaches watching this could take a big lesson from you with that, is that relatability sometimes is always missed with a coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's very easy for us coaches to speak in kind of scientific language and bring the textbook kind of knowledge out, but if I'm talking to somebody who's not training the same way as I am, then it's going to go over their head, right? The thing is, I work with very, very successful people, and the fact is, if you've had a successful career and success in your life, you've already got the skills and traits necessary to change your body. They're just not they're just not seeing the parallels, because, you know, all those times that you've made extra commitments to meet deadlines and projects, what's that? Discipline.
And you got results.
How many times have you persevered through a difficult period where you might not necessarily have made as much money, but you got through in the end? That's resilience. So when you run your business or your career, you don't just have one bad week or bad month and think, right, we're going to shut shop, it's all over. You know, you look at it as an average over a quarter or even maybe a year. It's exactly the same for your body, because unfortunately you're not ever going to see huge changes in 1 week. The good thing is about training and all of this is it teaches you delayed gratification. But like I said, if you're already successful in business and your career, then you've already should be used to delayed gratification. So it couldn't be any more similar. A few key fundamental things to actually get the needle to move. Establishing an activity goal. So what daily movement can this person do? It's going to be at least some kind of walking and steps as a total. So it's going to be normally between 5 to 10,000, depending on the circumstances of the person. I'm then going to look at the nutrition. I normally like to start off with a hand portioning model, because a lot of people that work with, they eat out, they have food prepared by other people, they travel a lot. So if they don't understand the total amounts that go on the plate per day, you can forget all the macros and all this type of stuff. They just will simply try and mold very bad habits into MyFitnessPal, which doesn't particularly work. And then in terms of training, you have to look at the absolute goal of what that is, and focus on the things that only move the needle towards that. Are you going to do biceps, actually?
You can see why the bodybuilders enjoy working out here. That's obviously their strength. You can definitely see why it is positioned where it is, and you can see why it has got the hype. They're very focused on what their customer wants, and they serve that market well. The product that we're building in the marina has a focus for personal training, and we want to attract the best personal trainers to work with us in the marina, but we also want to attract clients that demand exceptional experience and programming, and you can't do that if you don't have the right space. We've been very, very specific in our selection. We've selected each product specifically, each item best in class. And from my understanding, Binous has done this as well for a bodybuilder, and Binous has done this for its clientele. And Binous seems to understand its client. And once you've got that right, you can then go narrower and deeper. And I think that's a big part of the success of what they're doing. And it's something that other gyms can really learn from.
The best gym in Dubai.